for TRDQ's 200th episode, I wanted to do something a little bit different. And what's more different to my usual transforming robots? Look, I just wanted to talk about GoBots. Alright, fucking back off, prick. GoBots were essentially the biggest rival for Transformers back in the day, even having the audacity to precede our beloved Autobots and Decepticons by a year or so. And while they were cool, the GoBots franchise was ground into lifeless muck by Optimus Prime and his pals. I only really started getting into GoBots this year. I don't know if I even had any growing up. None of these really ring a bell. They're definitely different to G1 Transformers, a lot more die-cast metal, more compact. I hasten to say simpler, but GoBots definitely feels a little bit less sophisticated. That sounds ridiculous to say, actually. Sorry. I'm not going to be reviewing these individual bots in this episode. I might do handfuls of them as separate videos in the future, but more on that at the end of this video. It's a tough gig being a GoBot. Their robotic, organic, hybrid bodies need somewhere to kick back, and here it is, the Guardian Command Center. The Guardians are the good guys, by the way, although by the end of this video that may be brought into doubt. It's a big spaceship, tank, dog. Who knows? In this mode you can roll it around on its little wheels here. There's some cool detail in both stickers and in the sculpt. Lots of very vague, futuristic looking tech to ponder over. There's a ramp at the back here. Now if you wanted that to come down, you'd usually have to unclasp the housing at the top of the ship, but here's a tip from your old pal Gavin. Buy this toy from an eBay seller who says it's in mint condition, only to find this piece snapped off. Then you can just take it out. Pretty sneaky, eh? Wee life hack for you there. Also, go back to the eBay listing and see that they didn't show any pictures of the ramp being used, branding them as a sneaky fucker for life. There's an enemy detector on the ramp here. Because GoBots didn't really have embedded faction symbols like Transformers, you could only tell if they were Guardians or evil renegades by placing stickers on them and viewing them through these red detectors. Now, like every single person on this planet, I do not have those stickers, so just blindly believe me. Still, you can plop some GoBots in here and take them with you on a caravan holiday to Seaton Sands, for example. For some added impressive oomph, you can fold out these reasonably obvious legs, and there we have it. It's a big, legally distinct walker. Definitely not inspired by any other popular sci-fi franchise of the time. Just look at it. I mean, it doesn't walk or anything, it just kind of stands there, but that's cool. Like a little brother for Toby. It's the main thing this toy is known for, but it's probably the least impressive thing about it. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this toy, aka Batman's dinner. Set the thing up like a dog dragging its arse across the carpet, and open things up to reveal the Guardian's command center. Isn't that wonderful? Immediately we're bombarded with all sorts of dynamic imagery that fools our brain into thinking there's way more stuff to do than what we actually get, but it's still full of great features. Better get this out the way first. Yep. That is a big face up there. It takes a big chunky D battery, which I had to send away specially for, and I was rewarded with this. Goes on for too long, doesn't it? Yeah, I thought that too. What other noises does it make? Don't be daft, wise up. Come on, we've got 7 rooms to look at here. But how do we get between those rooms? Well, with the VMT, the Vertical Transport Module. It's like, fuck off, Tonka. Stand a GoBot or two on the VMT and pinch this little fella at the back like this. And you can move it up and down to your heart's content. A gold medal if you can do it and keep the GoBot standing up. I'll take it to the top because I never want to stop. You can get them into the strategy center, and you're supposed to be able to spin the head around to reveal the room itself, but I'll be a horse's eyeball if I can do it without causing some untold destruction. Without the VMT in place, it's easy enough. And hey, look at that! The other rooms are low on what you might call physical interactivity. There's a lot of theatre of the mind here. First up at the bottom we have the trauma centre, where you can fold down another enemy detector to make sure you're working on friend, not foe. Haha, those backwards Guardians. Who would deny something as basic as healthcare based on your lifestyle? The interrogation chamber sounds dodgy as hell, but I'm sure it's fine. A wee wanted poster there of notorious renegades that the Guardians are keen to talk to, if you know what I mean. Don't worry, they're the good guys. Above that we have the GoBot dematerializer, showing a renegade being fucking broken down to its atoms. It does have a wee set of bars here to keep them in, and alongside having a working elevator, this ticks both boxes in good playset bingo. Up top in the Alien Detention Centre control room, we see a lad who looks a lot like Motormaster having the time of their lives, ignoring every rule of ethical combat engagement in the book. Back down below we have the refueling station with 2 big rubber hoses ready to fulfill all your needs. There aren't any really places to put these hoses in most toys, so just pretend, for God's sake. Above that is probably my favourite room, the cafeteria. Now you're probably saying, that would be your favourite room. chubs, but it's down to this fantastic sticker work. I did laugh heartily at them serving tune-up casserole, and if that doesn't entice you, there's blast-off burgers and your choice of antifreeze. Last on this whistle-stop tour is the Enemy Reprogramming Centre. This feels a wee bit... You know, the worst thing is they have a fellow Guardian scooter hooked up to the machine. You know, he's probably just testing things out. You know, in case they need it one day, a really dire situation. Probably never even used it on a Renegade. And that is the Guardian Command Center. I absolutely adore it. I love how dark some of the imagery is. The artwork's so bombastic, it definitely makes it feel like GoBots had a sense of humour. Certainly more than the Transformers did. And maybe that's why the super serious kids of the mid-80s didn't click with it. They wanted serious robots to take to their high-pressure business meetings before coming home to watch L.A. Law. It's just fun, and it's simple, yes, but that's what's so great about it. There's a melancholy to knowing how much I would have loved this as a kid, but I guess that's why we pursue these ridiculous items in our adulthood. You know, can we buy some misplaced happiness back? Yes, that's what I wanted to talk to you about, actually. So episode 200 is going to be a bit of a milestone for Transformers Reviews Done Quick, mostly because it's the last one. Ongoing, we're going to undergo something of a rebranding. I want to talk about things like GoBots occasionally, maybe some He-Man stuff, maybe some other daft shite I found on eBay. Transformers Reviews Done Quick doesn't really cover that. You know, and I know change can be scary, but listen, it's this or nothing, okay? TRDQ is about to become TRDQ. That's right, Toy Reviews Done Quick. I'll probably still be doing about 95% Transformers content, but I just want to know if I want to talk about something else every few dozen episodes. I have that option. And hey, if you're only interested in seeing Transformers toys, that's fine. Watch the other videos. Or don't, you know, kiss my ass. Of course, this means that we can't really have Repugnus on the show anymore because it doesn't really fit. So we'll be bringing in someone else to fulfill that role.
What?
We'll introduce them soon enough, and then we'll be able to...
Now, hold on a minute, you fucking big...
Whoa, hold on. I'm only kidding, as if I could ever replace you.
Whew, you had me worried for a second there.
Not, mate, not now, please, not now.